Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is. We are back again, and it's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the weekend banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to listen to in the morning times, man. I promise you, and there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. All I need is one thing from y'all though, man. And that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for a lot, but I'm asking you to stay out the way, man. But majority of everybody that's on this channel, man, we staying out the way. That's what we doing, man. We're gonna stay out the way forever, man. And the ones that still struggling with staying out the way, they gonna come over here and rock with us sooner or later, because they starting to see that it's real. They starting to see that we're not lames. They starting to see that the staying out the way people is outlasting the thugs. I wish I knew that back in the day, man, because I promise you I would have stayed home and lived out my 20s, man, instead of being locked in a cage, man. I'm just trying to warn y'all about what's ahead waiting for y'all, man. If you out there doing the wrong thing, man, you must come over here and rock with us. We trying never to go to jail. We ain't starting no trouble. We ain't pushing nothing at nobody, man. We staying out the way and minding our business, man. If you want to come over here and live like that, that's all you got to do is just put the hammers down. Stop sliding and gliding. Put all the narcotics down. Do everything you're doing and just stop, man. If you someone that's been doing illegal activity and you got some money out the situation, it's time to invest your money into something that you can see, just in case them boys come with them handcuffs, man. Trust me on this one, man. You're not getting away with nothing these days, man. So you out there wilding and you want to stay out the way, you need to pray that they don't come get you while you trying to change your life. But at the same time, though, man, you have to change your life sooner or later, man, or go through what I've been through, man, doing half of your life in prison, majority of your life, man. And I don't want to see that from y'all, man. So for me, please, man, just stay out the way, period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the weekend banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Good Luck on Sussex. Part 1. Crazy story, man. But at the end of the day, everybody wants good luck, man, regardless of how it's going to come, man. You want your luck to be good. Me personally, when I first got locked up around this time with this story going on, kind of like, I felt like I didn't really have no good luck, man. I never had no good luck ever since they put the handcuffs on me, man. I felt like my luck was bad ever since. But you got to work with what you got. You got to deal with your circumstances. You got to keep moving, man. That's what I was doing, man. But when it comes to luck on Sussex, you either want to have good luck or good luck surviving Sussex, man. Either way, I needed both. I needed both, man. I needed to survive Sussex, man. I needed my luck to be good, man. So I was just doing what I normally do in there, man. I needed both to go right, man. And so did a lot of people, man. Like, you want your luck to be good. Like, my luck was good and my luck was down in there, man. Everybody thinks prison is fun and easy. No, it's not, man. It's trials and tribulations, man. Way worse than the stuff you might go through on the street, man. I'm letting you know now, man. I just don't be wanting y'all to go there, man. That's why I give y'all these real life stories. But with that being said, though, we are on Sussex 2 for this, y'all. We are on Sussex 2. And I can remember being in 2B for this one, man. And I'm probably like 8 months into the pod, man. Like, I've been over there for a while. I was shocked that I stayed down there for a while, man. But this is, you know, I'm coming from out the hole. I'm trying not to do bad. Like, if something falls in my lap as far as getting some money, of course I'm going to jump to the opportunity, man. But I was lasting so long in there because I was really ducked off, man. I used to go holler at my homeboys outside, but it wasn't really a lot of my homeboys in the pod. Like, the dudes that was in there from Norfolk and 2B around this time, they all was kind of older than me, man. I'm like mid-20s around this time, man. I'm probably like 24, 23. So like everybody that was in the block around me was a little bit older. Now I kicked it with a few dudes and I just mind my business, man. I took that time to kind of work out when I was in that pod, just stay out the way. That's all I was doing. So the time that I was in there, man, like I tried to get a job. So for the most part, everything was normal in the joint, man. The whole pod was normal. The only thing I used to see that the pod was missing was the la-la. Like, it wasn't a lot of dudes in there. Of course, a lot of the old heads mess with the la-la too, but like when you in a block full of dudes my age, that's all you smell is la-la all day, every day. Like, if you don't smell la-la, something is wrong. So I didn't have a lot of la-la activity going on. Of course, I mess with the la-la, but they used to have the dog food, little different things they would have down there. You know, the old heads that had their little stuff. But I felt like, man, like this is what they're missing. Like I always say that to myself, like that's what they're missing, man. Like they gotta always, I used to watch the old heads go in the yard and chase, or they chasing the dude that worked here or that. They always had to go far, you know what I mean? Because it never was a whole lot of la-la, and I noticed that, man. But still, even though I noticed that's what they was missing in the pod, I never looked at it like, yo, I'm gonna fill that void. I just saw it for being an inmate that was in that block. Like, look, it's never really no la-la in here. Like when I mess with the la-la, dudes will come out, they cell, be like, woo-wee! After count, because usually I'm messing with the la-la at count times. You have dudes that come out, they say like, whoa, man, we is that jump, jumping. Like they ain't never really smelt the la-la before, man. Like when you in the other blocks, you don't go through that, man, because everybody's messing with the la-la. So I always use that as a mental note, like, man, there ain't really a whole lot of la-la in this part. So I'm in the joint, like I told y'all, probably like 8 months into the block. And I'm chilling, man. And like, you know, a lot of dudes was cool with me in there because they saw that I was like a cool laid back youngin. Like I wasn't on the red team and I wasn't on the blue team. Blue team wasn't even like that back then. No offense, but they wasn't in Virginia around this time like that. They was coming, but they wasn't in Virginia like that. The red team was though, but like they just, you know, a lot of dudes respected me, man. Like, you know, I had a little bit ahead of me. I wasn't a member of a team, you know, like I held my own. Everybody knew I wasn't soft. I didn't have to walk around and poke my chest out and have to carry the hammer and do stuff. You know what I mean? That wasn't my type of character. That wasn't my character. That's not who I was. So I think because of that reason, a lot of people kind of like used to rock with me, man. And when I say rock with me, they wasn't like my best friends or nothing. I'm talking about like just being people that respect you and they know, like, yo, young and be chilling. Like it'd be a lot of dudes like that in the block. You know what I mean? And that's who I was. So I'll say all the dudes kind of my age was probably like 10 of us, like 10 dudes in there my age. And that's not a lot compared to 80 some people in the block. So it's probably like 10 dudes that's in their early 20s that's my age in there. Now, one of the dudes in there, man, his name Lil Mikey, man. We're gonna call him Lil Mikey, man. Now, Lil Mikey was from Northern Virginia. Lil Mikey, man, I'll say his character was when he first came in our block. He actually got moved in my old cell. I'm in cell 6. He moved in my old cell, which is 34. I was in 34 when I first got in there. So he moved in my old cell when he got in there. So the whole time he was in there, he was slightly a little younger than me. Like I'm 23. Lil Mikey probably 21, 20. He probably was a dub. But for the most part, he wasn't a quiet young boy though. Like they like quiet in there, not really quiet, but they didn't like all that wild stuff like that rapping and da-da-da. They want the old heads on with none of that down there in 2B. And that's what Lil Mikey brought when he came to our block. Now, as soon as he come to our block, it was a couple of other little dudes that he knew, and they went back by the toilet, and he back there hitting the beat, and they rapping. Now, like I say, in other blocks, like, this is normal activity. Dudes rapping in the back, dudes rapping by cell 12. Like, this is normal activity that goes on in the normal blocks. But for the 2B part of them, the old heads ain't really... They ain't really with that activity, man. So when he came in there, he was kind of wild. He was running around trying to 229 on the yard. Never got his shirt tucked in. So they was about to move him. So they was about to move Lil Mikey, man. But Lil Mikey, he ended up talking to the unit manager, and the unit manager took a liking for him. So I guess because of his age and, you know, the unit manager took a liking for him, he was able to stay in our pod. So he was in our pod. So now that he's in the pod, the only thing Lil Mikey used to do is not really what I used to do. I used to chase the la-la, but not like how Lil Mikey chased the la-la. Like Lil Mikey chasing that la-la. Like he brought la-la, like he brought the smell of la-la crazy to that back corner in 34. Like them old heads would come out the cell every time after county to see the old head coming out that slept in 32 and 33. He's like, face all turned up. They're like, man, Lil Mikey got it jumping in there, man. Yeah, Lil Mikey come out stone, you know what I mean? Mikey go straight to the phone. All Lil Mikey used to do is ride the phone, you know what I mean? So he used to be on the jack. I done seen Lil Mikey in the V room a couple times. Little light-skinned girl, she used to come see him all the time. So he was all right, you know what I mean? So one time I had the la-la. I didn't have a lot of the la-la, but one time I had it. And he needed some bad. And I forgot what football game was about to come on. Something was about to come on because it was a Sunday. And the only reason I had it is because my man sent it to me through program. So when the church and all that came back, dude that's in the block, old head, like, yo, he gave me a kite. My homeboy sent me a spoon. So everybody in there who want to mess with the Lala, they chasing and ain't no Lala. So they tell them, I told people, I was like, yo, I got like 5 joints for sale. So I was selling 5 joints. So they told Mikey. I looked up, Mikey was on me. Mike was like, yo, man. He was like, yo, what's up, man? Weezy, man, what's up, man? He was like, look, let me get 2 of them jumps, man. I was like, 2? He was like, yeah. He was like, look, I'm going to pay you for 1 now, and I'm going to pay you for 1 when we go to the store. We was going to the store that following Tuesday. I'm like, I thought about it. He was like, hey, come on, man. So he went back to the phone because I didn't even know he was on the phone. So he over there on the phone. He like, man. So he like, come here, Weezy. So I'm like, I walked to him when he was on the phone. So he like, look, man. He was like, hold on. He was like, bro, come on, man. I'm trying to go out, bro. What's up, man? Come on, do that for me. I'm like, all right, man. I was like, look, man, I don't want no problems. Like, he like, man, no problems, man. He was like, look, he talk about he don't want no problems out of me if I owe him some money, babe. So I guess the girl was laughing or whatever. He like, yeah. He was like, so I guess she was like, who was that? He was like, this is my homeboy. This is my homeboy Weezy that's in the pod. Yeah. He from Norfolk. Yeah, he from Norfolk. So I was like, yo, bro, I'm hollering at you though. I was like, look, bring me the packs when you finish off the jack. He was like, all right. So bro used the phone. He dipped from the phone. He go get the packs out of his cell. He come back and holler at me. I'm standing by my cell. My cell 6. He pull up on me. He got the packs. He like, yeah, bro. He like, yeah, man. He was like, man, I appreciate this too, man. He like, that junk crazy. He like, man, I ain't trying to watch this game sober tonight, man. He was like, my celly don't even care about chasing. He's like, I gotta chase, bro. You know how we do. You know what I mean? We ain't going in the cell without the Feezy game. I'm like, bro, that's a lot, bro. Like, I was like, but still though, I was like, I ain't got no more though, little Mikey, man. So don't. He was like, man, you got some OT white, man. Come on. He was like, man, for real, man. I can get that junk, man. I can get it. I was like, what you mean you can get it? He was like, I can get it, man. He was like, but I ain't, I don't really want to. I don't really try. I don't be trying to like, you know what I mean? Put my girl out there like that. He was like, but for real, I can get it. I was like, all right, man. You know what I mean? So me and him talk for a minute. From that conversation, from us doing business though, I ain't gonna lie. Like me and Mikey got a little cool after that because he definitely went to the VI and he experimented. Now, when he experimented, he came back with 1 balloon. And when he came back with the balloon, like the first person he came to was me. Now, the only reason I think he came to me is for 2 reasons. The age bracket difference, and he didn't mess with the celly like that, and, you know what I mean, he know I mess with the Lala like that. So he came, he pull up on me. He come back from VI, everything normal. Come back, he pull up on me. He see me. He was like, hey, Weezy, I got some Lala too. I was like, you got some Lala? So boom. So hold on, man. Everything changed after that. I was talking to a person. Talk to you later. You got Lala? He was like, hey, look, I'll let you. I was like, we walked to the side. He was like, hey, man, let me speak on your room right quick. Man, I ain't trying to do it in front of my roommate. I'm like, all right. So I get my door pop. He's sneaking my joint, you know what I mean? I'm in cell 6. He's sneaking my joint. Throw the cut up game. So bro at the table, I look. He was like, he broke the joint down. That joint, he got the room smelling like, it smelled like Coca-Cola. I guess that he drunk the Coca-Cola, threw up the Coca-Colas, whatever it was, it smelled like Coca-Cola on the balloon. That's what the balloon smelled like. So he breaking it down. He was like, yeah, I told you. He grabbed his ID. He was like, look, this ain't nothing though. He was like, this ain't nothing but a gram or 2 though. He was like, but I told you. He was like, I told you though, man. He was like, look, I ain't even tell you that my girl go to school in Norfolk. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, she go to school in Norfolk. I'm like, for real? What school she go to? He was like, she ain't. I was like, Norfolk State. He was like, nah. I was like, ODU. He was like, yeah, that one. He was like, she be back and forth. You know what I mean? Where we from? So, she go to school, He was like, look, this my girl, though. She waiting for me, And you see what she just did. So I'm like, oh, man, that's what's up, man. I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. He was like, look, man. He was like, for real, though, Weezy, man. He was like, look, if you can help me do this right here, man. Like, because I don't really know nobody, Weezy. Then, these dudes might try to buck. Because they think I'm young and they already trying to kick me out the block. They see that I'm selling the Feezies. They might try to get me out the block. So I'm like, all right, bro. So I'm going to get rid of it real quick. I'm going to give it to somebody to get rid of them. You know what I mean? He was like, whatever. He was like, I just want some food. So I did it for him, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Long story short, I grabbed it. I made the play for him. I got it right for him. I hollered at the old head that's in the block. And he shook out on the Feezies, man. You know what I mean? He sold a little 2-pack pieces and he did that. You know what I mean? So he brought all the money back. I hit bro off. Everything went smooth. So after that transaction right there, bro was on the phone. Bro called me to the phone. Bro like, hey, Weezy. Hey, come here, Weezy. Like, I walk over there. I'm like, what's up? He like, hey, look here. I'm like, who's that, bro? He was like, bro, it's my girl aunt. I'm like, your girl aunt? I'm like, who's your girl aunt? He was like, you don't want to talk to her?
I'm like, what's her name? He was like, Sherelle. I'm like, all right, give me the phone. I'm like, hello? Like, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was slightly nervous because it was like an off guard Jay. That Jay I wasn't expecting to, you know what I mean, for bro to throw me the jack like that. But I told you, bro, rocking with me. You know what I mean? Like, we not even from the same area, like, but he rocking with me on some, like, you know what I mean? So he throw me the jack. Get the joke. I'm like, hello? She like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing good. How you doing? She like, I'm doing good. Oh, okay. She was like, so look, when you get out? I thought about it. I was like, man, my release date, this is like 2006. My release date in 2017 game. I still had Drew Bledsoe left, y'all, so boom. But y'all know I still lied. I lied. I said, man, I go home 2009 game. Yeah, I said, I dipped 2009. She said, oh, you ain't got long left? You ain't got long left? I said, no, I ain't got long left, man. So, you know, it was good, though. Like, you try to get my information. We get, like, I kind of summed it up real quick. She was like, yeah, and look, write this down, too. She gave me that. She took my information, and she was like, write this down. So she gave me her number and told me to put her number on the phone. You know what I mean? So I done it, y'all. Bro put me in the game just like that, y'all. So boom. After I finished talking to her, I was like, man, because y'all already know I'm the route king. Y'all already know I be telling y'all how routes be falling in my lap. And I be one of the luckiest dudes in penitentiary that can fall into a situation of getting some money. So this was a different situation right here. I don't know what this to bring. I didn't know what this was going to bring. But at the same time, I'm like, man, what were the chances that I was that lucky enough that bro just hooked me up with somebody? So I talked to her when we come back out of the count. After the count, she told me to write her. I wrote her a letter. Like the 3 days following that, she wrote me back immediately and sent me some flicks. So the mail come, I get the pictures. I'm like, man, I see the lady. She was slightly chubby. I ain't even gonna lie. She was one of them really cute chubby ladies, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, she had a little meat on her bones, but she was definitely cute, man. She was brown skinned, cute. Looked like she was probably like 37 or something like that, man. You know what I mean? But for the most part, she didn't look like she was in the way. And that's what I seen from the pictures. But you know, this isn't social media time. This is strictly, I'm looking at pictures that they went to damn Walgreens and got developed. Like, these are the pictures I'm looking at. So I'm just like, I'm mesmerized. The pictures smell good. I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? Hook me up with the jump. I hop back on the phone with her ASAP. So she like, look, I just put $100 on my phone. So she was like, you can call me anytime after this time. She like, get off around this time. She told me she worked at an insurance office. You know what I mean? She been working there forever. She said she been working there ever since she got out of college. You know what I mean? So like, she had a steady job, had a vehicle, everything. So we talked for like the first couple of weeks, man. I promise you, man. So bro was like, he pulled up on me. He was like, yeah, bro, Weezy, yeah, boy, you see what I do? You see what I do, Weezy? Yeah, you in the game now. I was like, I know. He was like, look, she talking about coming to see you. She didn't say nothing about getting on your visitor list. I was like, no, I ain't saying that. He was like, what? He was like, look, man. He said, look, this is what we gonna do, man. He was like, look, I got a plan. I was like, what's your plan? He was like, look, man, I'm telling you, man, if you can get somebody from out your way, they get at my people's, man. Like, you know, like, we can get some money, Weezy, man. Like, what's up, man? I was like, bro, how much la can you swallow? Pause. Like, how much can you swallow, bro? Pause. He was like, probably a zone. Probably like a zone. He was like, but this is what I'm saying, though. Like, my girl, she don't really know nobody. Like, she in school. She out y'all way. So I'm like, man, I for real, I got good control over him because, you know what I mean? Like, he done hooked me up with her aunt. So, like, from talking to this lady was super nice. She was one of the ladies that understood the struggle. She understood that, you know, I made a mistake. You know what I mean? And we had a good conversation, man. And like for real though, like I didn't want her to know that I was trying to be involved in trying to get her niece to bring the package. Now, at the end of the day, she has to know who I am. And that is a mastermind in penitentiary. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I am a mastermind. I stand on that. I guarantee that. I am a mastermind, y'all. So boom. She needed to know this though, man. But I still didn't want to be disrespectful and have her in my business of that I'm conducting this whole play with her nephew and old boy. So I agreed on it, man. I was like, man, I gotta do it, man. So I called my peoples. My peoples told me they can get the zone. I told them that, hey, bro, girl was out there, easy meat, nice and smooth. Let's get to this money, man. So my homeboy was like, bet, I'm gonna pay you as soon as I get the joint. You know what I mean? Bet, he be with that action. I make the play. I tell him, he holler at his girl, everything's straight. His girl met my peoples. You know what I mean? So after this girl met my peoples, we just waiting for the joint to touch down. Now, the whole time we waiting on this joint, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm chilling, y'all, because like, Not only did I rock with bro got the la, we chilling, we in the block, but they ain't messing with us. The police ain't messing with us. Not even a psycho investigator. He's not messing with us, man. So we kind of in the block where we ducked off. You know what I mean? And we coolin'. And bro hooked me up with his girl aunt. So I'm on the phone with her every day. When you look for me, I'm sitting on the floor of the phone. I'm on the floor, sitting on the floor with the phone right there, sitting with my back to the wall on the jack. That's what I'm doing, y'all, using the phone all day. So me and her kind of got extra cool, man. And like, she said she wanted to see me. She said it. She was like, I want to come see you. She asked me to find out, like, all right, I'm going to put it together. So I put it together. I put her on my visiting list. She was able to finally come through that door, y'all. So boom. Now, the first time she came through that door, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sus is like, if it's just one person coming to see you, they're gonna put you like in these first 2 rows. Like, as soon as you come in, it's gonna be to your left. And it's gonna be the one table joint. So just 2 seats, a seat right here and a seat right here, and a little table in the middle. So when I walk in, I spot her. And I don't even know she knew how I look or nothing, but I knew it was her from the pictures. I seen her, I'm like, I gotta go to the desk. But the whole time, I made sure I walk in like this, y'all. I was like, white. She was smiling. I'm like, damn, she thick. All right, right there, white. I'm like, shh. I walk over to her. I'm like, she was like, wheeze. I'm like, yeah. She was like, she hugged me. I was like, I hugged her. I was like, damn, you smell good. She was like, appreciate that. She sit down. She was like, oh, why you lie to me? I was like, what? She was like, why you lie to me? I was like, how I lie to you? She was like, you don't come home no 2009 either. I was like, oh. Y'all don't understand how it feels when you lie about your release date, man. You get caught for it. Like I had so much, every time I was meeting a good woman or somebody that was just cool or something like that, I had so many years left to serve, man. I never was a dude that met somebody when I had like a year. You know what I mean? It was never like that. I still had Drew Bledsoe left, man. I had 11 years. Hey, Yao Ming game. I had 11 years left. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm sitting there, I just felt something come over me, man. Pause. Like, it's like I just started feeling hot all over. Like you know that feeling like I was embarrassed, man. Like I was like, she was like, you ain't got nothing to say? I was like, I looked up, I seen little Mikey with his girl. He's sitting on the other side. He looking at me like, I'm like, shh. She was like, you ain't got nothing to say, huh? I'm like, she's like, why you lie? You could have just told me, like, why you lie? You had me thinking that, you know, like, I can do a couple years or whatever, like, 2009 ain't far, but like, why you lie? I'm like, shh. I don't even know this lady like that, man, yet, man. You know, we've been talking a couple of weeks now. I'm like, yo, to be honest with you, I ain't want to lose you. I just kept it a bang. I was like, I ain't want to lose you. She was like, you ain't want to lose me. You never had me. How was you going to lose me? You never had me. I was like, you know what I mean, man. I'm just used to talking on the phone and we locked up. I was like, you know, I ain't mean to lie, man. I'm just so ashamed of having that much time. She was like, what you do to get all that time? Oh, I know, you was robbing people. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, man. She was like, but you know, we can be friends though. Like, we can be friends. Like, that's what you want to do. We can be friends. She was like, because you know, my niece, like, we always gonna be connected. Like, I don't know where I'm gonna be at in 2017 though. Like 2017, I don't know if I'm gonna be in this place. I don't know where I'm gonna be at. I'm letting you know now. So like, we can be friends. She gave it to me straight. And I was just sitting there like, man, that's cool, man. She was like, eat your food. You know what I mean? So she already had the little sandwich burger joint heated up. You know what I mean? The little soybean burger out the snack machine game. That joint was already heated up. Bag of Dorito on the table, man. I was like, I felt better, man. Once she was like, we could be friends. I felt dumb for lying. I ate my burger though, man. Ate the joint, man. I was like, man, it's all good, man. So boom. It was a great visit with her though, man. I ain't gonna lie. Now the whole time we getting a visit, y'all already know, bro got the pack. So I had to get that out of my mind. And get back to being focused of bro got this pack right now. So I kind of was watching little Mikey. I was like in the row, like it's the desk when you walk in, it's the desk up here. And then I was like probably like the third table from our door coming in. So that's kind of in the back, slightly in the first row I was telling you about. The second row, Mikey was in the second row, kind of further up to the front. So I could see him that way. So I was kind of trying to watch him to see what he was doing, but I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't watch his play. So it was time for us to leave. We leave. I hugged the lady. Me and Mikey right there. He like, man, you know how much time you got, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, I ain't tell her. I was like, man, she probably looked that shit up. He was like, that's what they be doing. You know she did. So he looking focused though because he got that shit on him. He ain't got it on him suitcase, but he done swallowed the shit. So he enjoy. He trying to get back. So we shoot back. We shoot back, man. That's my word. Bro, come back through with the jump. He come back through with the jump, man. We go in my cell. He get that shit out. He throw that shit up. This is my word. He throw all that shit up. Shit came out smooth. He put a towel in the sink and he threw up in the sink. You know what I mean? All that shit came up. You know what I mean? That shit was like 9 balloon games. You know what I mean? Probably like this big. I was like, God damn. I said, I'm scared to do that, man. I can't do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm never doing that. So me and bro broke it down. We got it. Everything was straight. I let my man because at this particular time when Sus is like, you know, like, I really didn't have nobody to hold my bread. Like I had a lady that dude snaked me on a long stories ago, you know what I mean? But once she was gone, like that was kind of like my secretary, you know what I mean? So I didn't have nobody to hold the bread. So my man was holding the bread. I sent him 300. I sent him his money back and another 150. You know what I mean? So I just like hold that. Then I had a couple of other plays and I sent it to him. He told me, you know what I mean? Like, oh look, bro. He was like, I ain't gonna be able to hold no more. I forgot what he had told me, but he was like, he can't do it. You know what I mean? So I basically was on my own on the joint, man. I basically was on my own. So I was cool with another dude that was in 2B. You know, I was cool with another dude that I met when I was in 2C, but he got moved and I met him again when we was in 4 building. But he actually went home. He was from Newport News. Now, when he went home, me and bro was all right. I ain't gonna lie, we was all right when he was in there, but he left me his number and everything was straight. So, you know, now that I'm talking to an old girl, I got 3 ways out the ass. So now that, you know what I mean, like I'm looking like, damn, like I can't even make no more la-la plays for real because I ain't really got nobody to hold my bread. You know what I mean? So I holler at my man that's from Newport News. He clapped me, man. So I'm like, damn, I kind of was in a pickle, y'all. I kind of was in a situation like, you know what I mean? Mikey done hollered at me again, like, yo, when we gonna move? When we gonna get this money? Look, we trying to go every week. And I really didn't want to go every week because I didn't have nobody to hold my bread. Like, I'm kind of stagnant on the joint, man. So I'm like, man. He was like, oh, look, man. He was like, oh, look, man, look. Just holler at Sherelle, man. She'll hold your money, man. Just holler at her. She'll hold the money. So I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. I'm going to holler at her. He like, you think she'll do it? He was like, yeah, she'll do it, man. He was like, man, she gangster just like her niece. She gangster because her niece gangster just like her. He was like, where you think her niece get it from? I'm like, man, I'm going to holler at her, man. He was like, man, you should be good, man. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm going to holler at her, bro. So I was like, I'm going to holler at her, man. So the next time I talked to her, I ran it down to her, man. I was like, yo, look, man. I was like, man, look, I don't got nobody, man. I was like, I don't have nobody for real at this moment to really hold my money. I don't want my money on my books because it take long to get it off. So I'm like, I kind of need somebody to, you know what I mean? I was like, my man got some hardball for me. You know what I mean? He got some hardball for me, man. I was like, for real, I ain't even want to tell Mikey I can get that because if I tell him I can get that, he gonna want it. I was like, I don't want to get it because I ain't got nobody to hold that type of money for me. She was like, so all you need is somebody to hold your money, baby. I'm like, yeah. She was like, now see, that's how a good friendship can happen between us. Yeah, I'll do all the necessary things you want, but as long as you take care of me and help me pay my bills, like I got you. I'm like, what you mean you got me? Like, what can you do? Like, I'm saying, hey, you ain't bringing the package. Like, what the hell can you do? She was like, shh, what can I do? For one, I can play with this thing over the phone. I can write you letters, nasty letters, have the letters smelling like perfume. You can talk to me on the phone when I get off work. You can do whatever you want. Like, but we ain't in no relationship. That's all it is. And I'll still come see you when my niece come up here. So I'm like, I thought about that. I'm like, man, that's kind of a fair exchange, man. I'm like, so what bills you talking about? I'm like, what you trying to take all my money? What kind of bills you talking about? She was like, no, like, just pay my electric bill and just pay these couple of bills. She like, basically like, just give me $400 a month. So I'm like, $400 a month. So I thought about it. I'm like, I'm about to make like $1,200 off this one plate. So I'm like, that ain't nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm like, she gonna know how much money I'm making. She gonna see how much money I'm making because she's the one holding the money. So I'm like, listen, this is what we gonna do, man. I was like, look, as long as you promise you gonna hold me down, man. You got my back, man. I was like, I got you, man. I was like, you know I'm in here. I said, my job is to get the money and keep the money going. You know what I mean? So she like, look, I promise you. She like, I got you. You know what I mean? So after I talked to her, I hollered at Mikey. And I was like, yo, Mikey, look, man. I said, for real, bro. I said, man, I'm about to get this hardball. I said, you can bring that back. He was like, what? Yeah. He was like, man, you know how many people I know I go to school with that want to mess with the hardball? He was like, yeah, do that, man. Do that, man. I was like, all right, I'm going to put it together. He was like, all right, that's what's up. So I put it together, y'all. So boom. Y'all already know I'm in slang and bang mode. I'm in the old head part of slang and bang mode. I'm like this. I'm trying to put it together because I already know them old heads gonna run. They're gonna run for all this chicken in there. I already know there's gonna go bananas in there on commissary and money. Like I couldn't wait to get it, man. So I put it together. put it together, everything got set up. Old girl ain't come this time with her niece. You know what I mean? So bro just went over there. He completed the mission, got the pack back game. Now we got the Hardee's chicken and some lala. Man, it's my word. We get the Hardee's chicken. I get the junk, now I bag up, man. You know what I mean? Because then my homeboy threw me a 7. So me and bro was able to gap a pool shot a piece. So like this is probably like almost $2,200 a piece for both of us. You know what I mean? I don't know what he gonna do with his, but it was probably like $2,200 a piece. So I'm breaking my joint. You know, I'm selling my joint. I'm selling my joint. It's my word. I'm killing them in there. I'm killing them in there. And next thing you know, I looked up. By the end of that night, after we had just got the pack, because bro went to the visit early. She came like 10 o'clock to see bro. So we had the hardball out for sale by lunch. You know what I mean? So by the end of that day, man, I promise you, man, I looked up and I done sent Sherelle $800, y'all. So boom. So she got 8 cents. I ain't even mess with the lala yet. The lala just been sitting there. Only thing I did is took some of the lala out, rolled it up, and went to go smoke my old head from the town. That's the only thing I did. I ain't even bag it up to be sold or nothing. And I got about a Vic of that. I got about 7 of that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this is crazy, man. So I'm moving around the joint. So when I talked to Sherelle on the late night joint, she was like, look, she was like, that's crazy. She was like, you made $800 that fast? I'm like, yeah. So she was like, that's what's up. I was like, yo, look, you keep 2. I was like, hold the 6 for me. She was like, I got more coming. You know what I mean? We come back out the next day, slanging and banging some more. I go holler at her again. She like, all right, that's what's up. She got another $200 coming to her Western Union. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy, man. Like, but she's definitely handling business. She's handling business, man. And I ain't even gonna lie, like, it felt good having somebody that fucked with me like that, and it wasn't no strings attached, that really had my back like that. I ain't gonna lie. So I look up, I see Mikey here on the phone. He like, Dad, he said, Weezy, look. He said, Sherelle told my niece, you get into that bag, you beating me. I was like, bro, I told you what I do, bro. So he like, yeah. But like the whole time though, like I'm just like, this joke crazy, man. I felt like my luck had changed. I felt like my luck was good. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like I slanged and banged and everything was going smooth, man. Like I'll say after that pack was gone, which was I sent Sherelle, man, probably like $1,400. And I did the rest in-house. I looked out for my guys over in the next building, sell some over there. You know what I mean? I played fair with what I could. And I still made a decent amount of bread. Now, I sent her a decent amount of bread. And she's holding a decent amount of bread, man. So everything was straight. One day, I walked to the wall phone, y'all. I was like, yeah, hey, bro, give me a parlay ticket. Yeah, give me a ticket, bro. Yeah, the NBA joint. I'm like, no answer, gang. She always get off at 2:30. No answer, gang. I'm like, this is crazy. I ain't paying no mind. I just walking around. I'm like, why she ain't answering? Like, but you know she got this money, so anything gonna tick me off. I see Mikey. I'm like, hey, bro. He was just coming back from school. I said, man, Sherelle ain't answering, man. You about to call your girl? He was like, yeah, you get on the phone. He was like, what? We were like, I was like, what, bro? He was like, man, Sherelle got locked up.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.